Welcome to another Thursday Workday. I've got Eric started in the back picking up passion fruit on the ground and tying up the vines and doing some cleanup of the beans. Meanwhile, I'm going to give you an idea of what we're going to do today. I've got some packages to open. That's going to be exciting. And I want to give some shout outs to 3 subscribers in particular. And I'm going to fill you in on what happened last Thursday. So don't go away. I didn't film last week per se. I didn't plan to film, but once we got all this okra planted from the seeds that I brought back from Kentucky, I said, well, I have to take a few pictures. We used the rings. I planted them the way they came up. Some came up 2 and 3 together, and some came up single. I didn't thin them out, and whatever came up went into a ring right down the middle of the back 40. While Eric was doing that, I put a lot of bean seeds in where the tomatoes had been. All of these beans are long vines and they can reach up and get the late afternoon sun, so I thought, why not? Then Eric planted 2 beans I had sprouted and found big worms in the planting hole. While he did that, I photographed the harvest. The next task was giving the weeping acacia its first pruning. Eric likes me to supervise all the major cuts. When he was in cleanup mode, I started the watering and pruned the perpetual spinach. We took out a number of lower branches to give more light to the plants under the tree. This is what happens when you dump 2 gallons of water on your prolific eggplant bush. They split, but just look how many in this one branch. It is so loaded down. Oh, this one's split too. Another big one. This is what I harvested of the Listata gigantea. This one was completely disgusting. I think 3 more of these are split. That one's starting to split. That's okay. And this one's okay. This one's good. These things are so sharp. It's like cactus. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, these 2. This one's too far gone, I think. It's got some mold on it. And this one might be able to eat around that. Okay, Eric has just taken some baby giant climbing bamboos out of the ground because they were breaking the irrigation. And now you're taking a bite of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm.
Really? It's like edible?
Very nice. Sweet.
Yeah, it is kind of sweet. Doesn't taste like food though.
No, it's like sugar. Like
kind of.
Like sugar. Huh?
You can eat it if you want, but I'll pass. All right.
Go.
Okay.
Break the irrigation. Very nice, eh?
They never stop growing. Wow. Chop it off. Well, you can do so much with bamboo. I suppose you can eat it.
Cut it, cooking.
Okay, take it.
Yeah.
You're welcome to it.
It's very nice and sweet. Very nice, see?
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Pero now it's trash.
Okay.
Because they broken the irrigation.
This is a package I have been waiting for patiently since last September. This is from Carmen's Nursery, a family-owned nursery for 3 generations. And I met Nancy, you'll see in my segment from the National Heirloom Expo. Now, ever since I went to Phoenix and visited Jack Davis, I've been a little covetous of her caper plant. And I got this yesterday, Nancy, and I know I was supposed to open it yesterday, but I thought it would be so much better to open it on camera. And there are 2 caper plants in here, which she has packed beautifully. Ah, isn't that precious? Oh my. I am so excited. Look at that. The next thing we're going to open is from Angie in Kentucky. You got a glimpse of Angie in my latest video, Driving to Ashland. Please don't miss that video. It sets up the whole series to follow. Even though it's the middle of August, she sent me a package of Honey Select corn, her favorite, and it's from Southern States Seed, purchased at Bowling's in Catlettsburg, Kentucky. Pink corn. How unusual. I'm going to plant just a few of those kernels, but I can't have great expectations that I'm going to get anything before it cools off. The next thing is from Botanical Interests, and you know I'm an affiliate marketer for Botanical Interests, so if you want to buy seeds, please buy them through my affiliate link, which you'll find in the description below. Okay, what I ordered was something that one of my viewers recommended. They always send a free packet of lettuce. Oh, cucumbers. Ugh. This one. This is one person recommended this, and I ordered 5 packages of seeds. Okay, this is Cardinal Climber. I think it's toxic to eat any part of this flower, but the hummingbirds love it, and it loves to climb up, and I just thought it would look beautiful climbing up my pine tree. I have such wonderful subscribers and commenters, and one of those is Mr. Thomas Hines. Now, Mr. Tom found me through Old Alabama Gardener channel. He's been writing me wonderful comments and watching all of my videos. Mr. Tom recommended something for mildew and blight that he saw on Gary Pillarcheck's channel, and that is to add 12 tablespoons of hydrogen peroxide into a gallon of water and spray the tomatoes, either early or late, after the sun goes down. So of course, with all of my mildew problems, I jumped on that and sprayed yesterday. So I'm waiting to see how that's going to do. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to Nia Linn, and I looked back, and Nia has been following me for 2 years now, but just recently she's been writing big comments which have been so helpful. She's in Central California, close to the fires, and so she's dealing with a lot of stuff in her garden, from ash in the air. It's very hard to breathe. But I want to give a shout out to Nia Linn. Thanks so much for following me and being such a great viewer. And also I want to give a shout out to Jack Rudden. Now, Jack found me just a few days ago, and he wrote me about the lizard, about touching the lizard, because I had mentioned you're not supposed to touch lizards because they can carry salmonella, and just to watch them and leave them alone and let them do their thing in the garden. Turns out Jack is 16 and he has his first ever garden, and he says it helps him with his autism. And I wrote back and said gardening has so many benefits for so many different kinds of people, and I encouraged him to send me some pictures, so look forward to that. As for what happened last week, we were over there. I was running the irrigation. He walked over here for something, and he saw that there were 2 inches of water standing between these 2 raised beds.
I'll see the pipe. We need to leave it dry
Okay.
for 30 minutes. Then open one more time and check the leaking right away.
Okay. Had a bit of an issue here. A little bit of a flood on the irrigation. My least favorite part of gardening.
It's too much water.
It's underneath both of the raised beds because I only have a walkway of, I think it's 14 inches. All this has to be dug up. Now, I had just an hour before gotten all of this okra planted, and I said, there is no way we are digging this up. I am going to have okra this year, even if I have to hand water my whole front garden, which is what we're going to have to do. It's going to be challenging because it's not just watering these 2 raised beds. Unfortunately, the whole front yard with the exception of my little triangle over there with the pine tree. And the section on the other side of the driveway is also tied into this water. The bowling red okra sprouts are coming along, and the scarlet runners have sprouted and grown 4 inches in a week. The crimson red clover is finally blooming. Don't have many blooms, but the ones I do have are very pretty. This is turning out to be a bit of a monster vine over here, where I had one last year. This is all one tomato plant. I did not prune it, but even though it's huge, I only have 1 tomato on here, and it's a pretty big one. Eric has cleaned up the beans from the Greenstalk vertical garden. We're also going to clean out this because you can tell it's already getting mildew at the bottom. So we're going to take all this out. He's going to shake it through the strainer. We're going to refill it and plant some arugula. So now he's working on the bean bed back here. Got quite a few beans. Are most of these dry? We got some green beans in here. I think I'm just going to let them all just dry. There's a lot.
Okay.
Eric, you're very popular on my videos.
What happened?
People like you on my videos.
You can say hi for me.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very happy to working in the bean, on the garden. I like it because it's everything natural. No pesticide, no nothing. Everything organic.
Right.
I like it. Currently put it in the...
Should we? Because it's a lot of good matter, but it's got a lot of bugs. I guess it's okay, yeah.
It's good for the soil.
Yeah, for the compost.
Compost.
Yes, are you saving it for the compost?
Compost.
Okay, good, good. Here are the passion fruit he picked up, and we have 3 figs from the brown turkey fig tree. Bugs love beans. I'm trying to keep the nozzle as close to the ground as I can get it. When your garden is prone to mildew, overhead watering is a no-no. This is actually going to be the best drink my plants have had in a while. Wrangling a hose pipe is my least favorite thing to do in the garden. And the Greenstalk gardens are rebooted with azomite, slow release organic fertilizer, coffee grounds, bone meal, and planted with kale premier blend. In the lower 2 rows, in the upper row is arugula. And the boysenberry got clipped back. The raised bed got cleared of all the beans and rebooted, but nothing planted in it yet. Yeah, they're beautiful. What do you want to do with it?
No, it's not good anymore.
The giant climbing bamboo takes some maintenance, you have to know, because it keeps growing. And it keeps putting out babies, pups. he's digging out a few more in here. Under the house or under the wall?
Under the wall, no. See?
Wait, where was that? Where did you get it?
Cut it from
On this side.
On this side.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. He's talking about the
baby.
Right. He's talking about the retaining wall that they put in next door when they built the big house.
See, I cut it 2. Yes, 4 in 1. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
See?
Yes. Is this dead?
This is dead.
Yeah. Can you cut that one out?
Yeah, you can plant in this.
I don't want to plant it. We have enough. In fact, it's touching the house and it should not be touching the house. This is fire season. Oh boy. Eric, how are we going to get all that off the house?
I have it also. I can cut it.
Okay, let's do it today then.
I remember when I working for Marlon Brando, the lady, Joshua, they love the bamboo coming from Asia to planting in Mulholland Drive in Beverly Hills.
Well, he probably had a lot more space than I did.
A lot of room. 3 acres.
Oh,
big
yeah.
House.
Here comes Eric. He's going to start whacking on the bamboo.
Bamboo also.
Yeah.
Heavy duty.
We save the big bamboo just in case I ever can find a spot to make another teepee trellis. Here is my poor plum tree that is sandwiched in between the 2 houses and gets very little sunlight. Eric, we need to clip some of this from the neighbor so that the plum tree has a little bit more light. There, because that's on our side, so it seems to me that we can cut that. I mean, it's too late for this year because the plums have already fallen, but yeah, let's take some of this out. Here, this stuff all gets in with the plum tree. This one? Okay. There's one that's really tall. I almost think this big one needs to go. You see, Eric, this one goes right up and it gets right on that wire there.
This water is not in your list?
No, this is not on the list.
No. This is the treatment one.
But this is a fire hazard, so it's on the list now. Beautiful. Wow, that's a lot of beans. That's everything?
This is everything for today.
Okay. All right. Good, thanks. So Eric is preparing the holes for my caper plant. And also we are moving a marigold plant. It needs good water to start, and then it needs not so much water once it gets established. Jack Davis, watch out.
Nutrition?
Yes, please. I'm planting it right beside a ginger plant. I mean, at some point I'll harvest that ginger and maybe divide the plant, so I just can't worry about it. This is my sunniest corner, and nothing needs the sun in my garden more than the caper plants.
Good question.
Yeah.
For beginning.
Yes.
Okay.
We got any roots down there?
See?
There's one little one. It's got a nice thick stem though, that's what I wanted. This is an exciting day.
Good level?
I think so, yeah.
There's a lot of root.
Oh, good.
See?
I see it. And a nice thick stem.
Good sunny day.
It's a great sunny day, but as you can see, the corner right where they're going in is already dropped into the shade. And that's only going to increase as the season goes on. But at least they'll have all morning up until 3 o'clock. This was salvaged from the Greenstalk vertical garden.
Whoa, come on.
We got a worm in there, great. It's your close-up, baby. Look what's right behind this marigold.
Yeah.
The moringa came back to life. I think it's because it's getting more water. And I have another one here, and I have another one over here. This is the most success I've had with moringa to date. I just wanted to report on the progress of the goji berries. Look how many berries I'm gonna have. This is the second year. So exciting. If you enjoyed this video, maybe you'll enjoy these. I have a wonderful series from Ashland that I'm rolling out now. I've got part 1 online. And then we're going to roll into some interesting interviews about gardening and farming and agriculture and challenges in the Kentucky area. So you don't want to miss that. Thanks for watching.